Alrighty guys, so here is the review on the 5StarDoll YoSD. If you would, please pardon the dolly nudity, but I wanted to give a full review. I just haven't messed with body blushing or anything, so first of all, apologies on the nudity. And secondly, they're working on the road outside our house, so I'm sorry if you hear some construction going on in the background, but that's not something that I could control. I recently have tried restringing Hutsko on myself, but they have a lot of extra elastic in them, so I haven't gotten the chance to really tighten her. So she's actually pretty loose. So for most of the review, I'll probably be working with the Todd that I got, since he is straight from the box, haven't restrung him or messed with anything like that. The only thing that I would show you on the Tong Tong is that some people are getting different things. My Tong Tong comes with the magnets on the outside. And I think it may be policy to put the magnets on the inside now. If you go to the SD review, you'll see that that's the way Dioma is. Here's her profile. And they have a really good range of motion in their heads. So they can look up. Let's do a side view for that. They look up and look down. Again, she's very, very loose, so her head kind of stays when I put it down, or when I put it back. Maybe side to side, all the way around. So we'll go ahead and put Hatsu over to the side, and we'll focus on the Todd. For the head caps, the Todd this magnets are pretty strong on the Todd, but they have two magnets, top and bottom. Okay. And it clicks into place pretty well, and you can tell if you've put them on upside down because it really won't, mesh as well, so you'll know whether you've put them on right or not. On the inside, they have eye wells for the eyes and an S-hook, and the S-hook has an actual little groove, so it's like a cross or a T shape for the string on the inside, and it can be taken off pretty easy. I like using a ribbon. You can do ribbon, or you could do some pliers or something, but you just kind of pull up and it'll automatically turn to the way you need it to, and slide right out, and you can take the head off. You can do whatever adjustments you need, fix the eyes or work on the face up or something like that. And to put it back on, you simply place the hook back on. Got my thread, pull up the hook again, and just turn it, and there you go, all nice and secure. And like I said, the head cap, put it upside down, head cap kind of snaps back on into place. From the box, fresh open, you can look down, you can look up, but again, you'll probably get better range or hold of position if you swayed his head, but they can go side to side. Okay. For the arms, they have a pretty good range, nice ball socket. You can lift them all the way straight up, out to the side, rotate it around. Okay. So they've got really good range in the shoulders. For the elbow joints, and for knee joints as well, you'll see later, they have a peanut system. So they've got this extra little joint, but it makes them double jointed to where they can touch their face. With just the particular hands that the Todd comes with, though, if I do that, it kind of makes it look like he's poking his nose. They can go up. They don't really go back, just kind of, but it's a nice range of motion. I like. And then they actually also have an extra joint here it's a little ball in between for the wrist, which gives them a very nice range for the hands. Okay, so it's really, really nice. So they've got extra little hooks and stuff in there for that joint as well. For the torso, he has two joints, so it's actually made up of kind of three different pieces. You've got the top part, you've got a middle part, and the bottom where the hips are. So this means that he can kind of slouch back a bit. He can slouch, can kind of slouch forward a bit. But because he's strung so tightly from the factory, it's a little bit harder for him to stay. He kind of has a tendency to snap back into place. But if you wanted to, you could have him kind of slouch a little bit, slouch back a little bit. So they've got that separation in the torso. Moving on to the legs. For the legs, you've got a swivel here, so it's an extra piece there for the top of the thigh. They go up, you know, down, side, all that. But the swivel, you can kind of see when it's lined up correctly, but it allows you to kind of move the leg around. Here again, you see in the knee, they have another peanut there. So that's kind of about the range that they can go. You could try to get him to kneel, but it might look a little bit awkward, so aesthetically you may want to do that if you're putting him in pants. But for the most part, you could get him to kneel if you wanted to. And because he's on the bed, it might not be as stable, but he can kneel. It's just going to look kind of funny down here with the joint system. So again, you probably want to do that in pants if you don't want to see that. And then finally down here at the ankle, they have the same kind of system going on as in the wrist. They've got like a ball at the top, so that means that they've got a pretty good range of motion for the foot. You can kind of spin them around. But they can, you know, that's about as far as he goes for pointing. So they only go about yay forward to point, going up like that. But for the most part, I think that's it. The posability is really good on these dolls. Again, this is my bed, so it's not going to be as stable a surface, but when you get them out, my sister kind of is amazed at the fact that I can get them to balance on one foot. But for range of motion, they've got some pretty, I mean, they don't do anything, you know, extremely crazy, but I like the range of motion they have. You know, they'll sit down pretty nicely, and if you're putting them in shorts, when they sit down, it doesn't look too bad in the knee joint. I think they've got pretty good range of motion. So that is it. I really like the body system. Again, this is, you know, the Todd is straight from the company stringing. If you mess with it, you can find out that they're a little bit more loose. For example, Hatsu can really slouch. She's really good at tilting back, just because she's so much looser than him, and so I need to go in and restring her as well. And again, I bought Hatsu quite a while ago, and so they're both done in normal skin, but I don't know that you can see too well in the video. The new resin, I think, that they're using for their dolls is really nice, but you can kind of see a slight difference in the tone, skin tone. But these are both considered normal skin. But the Todd, like I said, Todd is newer, Hatsu's older, so Todd has what would be considered the new normal skin for the 5-star dolls. But that's it. I hope you guys liked my mini review there, and look forward to seeing you next time. I'll put a link down in the corner, and you can go check out the SD review. So I'll see you next time. Bye.